Well, I'm travelling to Liverpool to see my colleagues park, and sod's law, it's give out rain. But hopefully not for long. So this is my first decent trip on the BM. I'm a bit apprehensive, but I did 80 miles yesterday on my first ride. I spent all of last week getting the bike together, so hopefully things will if I sound a bit muffled, it's because I've got a bandana covering my mouth, so but I know one thing for sure, it's so damn good being back on the bike again. Apart from riding a scooter in Italy last year, and I think it was a Honda CB500 in Lanzarote the year before that. I haven't been on a bike because my beloved Aprilia is unfortunately still in bits. My fault. Trying to do a job I thought I was capable of, but alas, it wasn't to be. That's one of my pet hates. Lazy bastards who chuck stuff out the window. More often than not, takeaway. And since they built a KFC down the bottom here, it's got worse. And I hate lazy bastards. Now, unfortunately, it's give out rain, albeit light showers, but I've heard that before, all the way to Liverpool. So I'm hoping that it's going to be somewhat dry on the way back. This is the Trenchlock Island. So my planned route is the A442 past the old Crutcherton Creamery, then get on the A41 to Chester, and then just as I get to the outskirts of Chester I shall head north on the M53, and where I get off at junction 1 for Birkenhead. As I said earlier, this is only my second ride on this bike. I only purchased it on the 27th of July 2020, which is a week yesterday. So I took all the fairing off, checked over the bike, oiled everything, and I do mean everything. Changed the spark plugs, changed the air filter, and cleaned the bike inside and out. The worst part of the whole job was getting the fairing on, because there were a couple of really inaccessible bolts, and yeah, say no more. So anyway, I spent the week just checking over the bike. I only paid £1,500 for it. So it's a BMW R1150RT 2002, the single spark version. Nice overtake there, if I'm saying myself. Yeah, going back to the bike, single spark version, and surprisingly, and this is the one thing I found out yesterday, surprisingly, for such a big and heavy bike, and it is heavy, it's really nimble once you start going, and it just seems to flick for the corners like a bike, more sportier and lighter. So that was a pleasant surprise. But CC wise, this is the biggest bike I've had, because my previous incarnations was, I passed my test on the DT125R all those years ago. Then I passed my test on the DT, and then I thought I'd take the steady route and not go straight to a big bike, so I PX'd the DT for a Kawasaki R1150, which was in blue. Lovely bike. I had that for 3 or 4 years. Then, as with most people, they want something a bit a bit more powerful, a bit more speed. So I PX'd it for the 600 version of the ZZR. It was such a comfortable bike, and might I add, underrated. I would have kept the ZZR 600. It's just that the chain came off. Well, the chain snapped actually, and put the hole through the engine block and left me stranded the west side of Peterborough. So that wasn't a pleasant journey on the back of a tow truck coming home. Anyway, I managed to get a new engine for the ZZR 600. Kept it another 6 months, and then it was never the same after that. So I PX'd it for a brand new from Highway Suzuki in Wolverhampton. I PX'd it for, like I say, a brand new, my first brand new motorcycle, for a Suzuki RF900R, and again an underrated bike. It was fast, and again one of those bikes you either love it or hate it, with the Ferrari style fairing and the so-called spaceship rear light, but I liked it, so that's all that matters. Again, I kept that several years, because I'm not the one to keep swapping bikes willy-nilly every 6 months, like some people I know. Then I went to D&K at Newcastle on the Line, not to buy a bike, just have a peruse of the stock, and I saw this brand new Aprilia SL1000, aka Falco. So I just cheekily asked for a test ride on the pretense of PXing the Suzuki, and I thought, wow, first time on a V-twin, and I absolutely loved it. So did a bit of wheeling and dealing and transferring of monies from one account to another to get the deposit. Like most people, had the bike on finance, and Bob's your uncle, I had a brand new Aprilia Falco. And I bought the Falco in 2001. Entered the number plate of DX51WJA. subject of the Falco. The reason it's off the road is it had a data tool alarm, which for the first 5 or 6 years was excellent, and then it started playing up. And then I took the bold decision to watch a couple of and yeah, I watched several YouTube videos on how to remove it, so I thought, why not, can't be that difficult. I removed it, quite straightforward, soldered all the cables together, but would the bugger start? No. So suffice to say, I thought, well, let's take it all to bits, give it a really good clean.